like a race car flight, but it ain't a car. It's a super fast tortoise going the speed of light, breaking all the
Even in space, a group of tortoises is called a creep. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
What's up?
What's up? We got a hillbilly lone wolf. And we mix it together. We got a hillbilly werewolf.
Yeah. I decided to keep my camera off this afternoon.
Keep your camera off. Chicken.
Yeah.
Don't want to show off those abs.
That's right.
Tis the season where it's getting warmer outside.
Yeah, it is.
So warm that I think Lone Wolf's decided to be an indoor wolf for the remainder of the season.
No, it's any season, and I'm going to stay indoors.
Any season. That's funny. Ooh. All right, hold on. Waiting on some messages to come through. But anyways, we're gonna wait to get some people rolling in. Rolling. That's right. I believe in you. I've been busy. I wrote some show notes for tomorrow, the morning show, so it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, I seen that.
I know you look at it, you're like, that's a lot of text.
Well, you done covered everything, and all of that.
Well, that's the thing. When you talk about a specific thing, you kind of repeat yourself a lot and talk about the things, so newer people get the same information and be like, "Oh, I might have not have known that."
Yeah,
You know.
but others can't. But others can't really say nothing though. You got it all there.
You got it all there.
Never mind.
But yeah, the show notes, because tomorrow we're going to talk about things we tell ourselves, younger selves, or when we get older, we'd be smarter about playing Magic earlier. Yeah, kind of thing. Little tip, but yeah. So big news is our friend Time Capsule is in need of help. Him and his wife are going through some struggles, and in the description is the GoFundMe link. And hold on. Hey, Crystalline, what's up, old people? We are old people. And yeah, our friend needs some help. And hold on. Where am I going? He's trying to raise some money to pay off medical bills. And I've been affording medical bills. It's crazy. And my friend Time Capsule has been a background trippy. Yeah, it's for the morning show. Our friend, our friend has been a supporter of the channel for a very, very long time, over a couple years now, and has helped out the channel a lot with growing, and has been much of a giver to the channels that he supports the community. And he's asking for help for the first time. He never asks for help if he can. He doesn't. And so when he came up to me today and asked me about it, I'm like, sure, I'll help as much as I can. So I went on, did my own donation, and we're asking for help with his donations. The link is in the description, but will also be in chat. Yeah, because it's very important. Like the community that builds us helps us. And I'm sorry, I feel weird talking about asking people for helping out with monies, but look, not everything can be solved by entertainment. Entertainment. Yeah, I see there's a handful of you here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. You guys all rock. We're just chatting and chilling. Yeah. My hillbilly, like he muted himself so he can do some push-ups so you don't hear his grunts.
I had a phone call.
I don't get it. Like when you go, like when I don't know if you hear it on mine. I don't know if you heard anything, but when you mute, it goes kugunk, kugunk.
I heard it.
Not loud, but you know.
Yeah, I heard you.
I don't know
I heard you. I heard you push it.
Sorry, my brain had to stop from laughing. Man, but yeah. So my friend's asking for help. There's a goal. Everything you need to know is in the link. But other than that, come check us out. Just come and hang out with us. Tell us how your day's been. Man, Discord is loud. I don't know if you're hearing it, but
I ain't hearing nothing.
right, because I don't have Discord on my computer like some people do, but sometimes it pops off.
Yeah, well, I got it on my computer, but yet I keep it on. I keep everything muted, just like my phone.
Just like the phone.
Yep.
Like, do you get at mentions and stuff, or does it mute that?
Mute everything.
So that's rough. So trying to get a hold of you on Discord is impossible sometimes.
Right.
Oh, you're part of like 100 channels.
Yep.
See, I have certain things muted and certain things not muted. So if someone wanted to reach out to me, like I mentioned, I will get it.
Only important people's got my phone number.
You don't even answer your phone all the time.
Well, there's always other ways.
Yeah. Trust me, I know. It's called call the wife to bug the husband.
Exactly.
That's funny.
That's my personal answering machine.
I bet it feels like that some days.
Yep.
You trying to reach it. And if any of you want to reach out to a hillbilly, his number is 555-555555.
You wasn't supposed to give that out, dag blanket.
Right? Yeah, I'm not going to dox your phone number.
Yeah, I know.
Which reminds me, like, there's one guy I used to watch stream, and I haven't watched his stream in a while, but he's friends with this lady in chat, and for a donation goal amount, he wanted to dox their full entire name. I'm like, don't do that. That's rough.
Really?
That's rough. I'm like, and like he was being silly and serious about it, but he didn't realize what he said. I'm like, that's not cool, dude, because like if someone did that to you, you would be upset.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I go by Hillbilly, and not many people know my real name.
Isn't your real name Jeremiah?
Oh, tortoise witnesses said that, dag blanket.
I'm just doxing you left and right today.
Yeah, you are.
Well, it's okay to let people know your first name anyways.
Right.
But, there's just some information you just don't tell people. Exactly. And that's what the guy was doing. But yeah, if any of you out there want to help out a friend, let us know. I made a short. I was hoping to garner way more views than it did, but it's gaining some views.
It takes some time sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it has like 2 to 3 views consistently gained per hour, but you could be in the hundreds.
Yep.
What am I doing? What am I doing? I want to check out something. So, for those looking to I'm scrolling. What? So, our friends are looking to earn $1,600 to help with bills and pay off copays and stuff for the surgeries and stuff going on in their life, and being lacked from working, like being away from work because these surgeries and stuff. It's not helping with the money side.
Right.
You know, the person who's asking the help has has had a couple strokes, and they gotta get an eye surgery, like a surgery on their eyes, probably dealing with the stroke. And the work they're missing, they're trying to keep up. They're trying to be able to pay everything, get everything caught up to a point where they can go back to work, do their own thing, and be sufficient about it. Like basically, stay out of the red zone of life. They're trying to maintain.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the link to the links in the description. It's in vertical, not vertical. It's in horizontal chat. But yeah. Ooh. Guys are rocking it. Mm-hmm. But yeah. If anybody has questions, let me know. But we're just old people, just hanging around,
Yep.
chilling, and you guys are quiet today. Usually you're loud and rambunctious. What happened?
I don't know. It's been a long day.
Long day. Have you been outside the house or something?
Yeah.
Did your car work done?
Now the car's running fine.
Oh, now?
Yeah. There's a link to the short.
Oh, thank you. My short?
Yep.
All right. I was about to click on
I beat you to it.
it. Yeah, so your car's working now?
Yeah, it's running good.
What was wrong with it?
Well, this last time it was just the negative battery wire.
Oh, wow.
The screw on it was stripped, so it wasn't making good connection.
Ah.
So I went to Walmart, bought some screws, and screwed it into the battery.
That sounds dangerous.
No, it ain't dangerous.
Like,
Negative wire is the ground, same thing as the ground wire, and it ain't dangerous.
So did you have to just ruin the connector to do that?
No.
No?
Nope.
I don't know how it works.
Hey, just like a regular screw.
Oh, I caught that. You legitimately screwed a metal piece into a metal piece.
Rubber piece.
A rubber piece?
Yep.
No. So why didn't you just replace the connector?
No need to.
You don't need to. Well, because here's my fear. You get some condensation under the hood. You get to that rubber that now has a hole in it, and it starts eroding the hole and destroying the rubber piece. That will eventually be a long-term problem.
Well, it's the way they made the car.
I'm no mechanic, so I can't tell you how. But hey, if you're gonna Jimmy rig the car like that, That's all up to you.
I know a little bit about cars.
Mm-hmm. Like throwing aspirin in the car,
Yep.
the battery, I should say.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And to clean your battery and clean your battery cables off and everything like that. Just get you some Coca-Cola.
What?
Get you some Coca-Cola.
To do
Or
what?
don't. That'll eat the corrosion off.
Oh, if you soak it for a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, take that Coca-Cola, pour it over it. Take your little wire brush, brush it, and brush it. Give it some love, and then all
Give it
good.
some love. Give it some love. Oh, I love you, car. I'm scrubbing you.
Oh yeah. Gotta show it some love. Or it'll let you down.
Mhm. You know, usually people say something like elbow grease or something.
Now you don't have to use much elbow grease if you use Coca-Cola.
So what about a Dawn solution with vinegar?
Well, if you ain't got that around, Coca-Cola's best thing for it. Actually, Coca-Cola's better for it. Better.
Never heard that. I mean, I heard about soaking rusty metal parts in Coca-Cola,
Yep.
but not just pouring it on and scrubbing it.
Yeah. It works.
Such a hillbilly thing.
I had one time when I was working at a Kroger's back in yonder days. There was a girl at work, and her car wouldn't start.
Oh.
And she got up to the gas station in the parking lot, and she couldn't get her car started back.
Right.
So what she do? She came and got me. So I went out to her car, had to raise the hood, looked at the dang on battery cables. Oh my goodness, they were corroded. Bad. So I told her to go get my, so I asked her if she had any money. And she said, yeah. I said, well, go get me two things of Coca-Cola and bring them back to me. Then I'll help you. So she did that. When she thought I was going to drink them. When she brought them back to me, I started pouring them out onto her battery cables. And didn't have a wire brush.
Right.
But it was enough to, but that's why I had her give me two things of Coca-Cola. And it ate all that bit of that corrosion off of those cables and snapped those suckers back on that battery.
Right.
Or started up and ran like a dream.
That's good. That's clever.
Yep. And she looked at me and was like, I've never seen anybody do that before. I said, well, it's a backyard mechanic trick. There you go. Have you ever heard of Coca-Cola before there, Lone Wolf?
Yep, my family does that on their vehicles.
See, I ain't the only one.
I guess not.
It actually does the trick, don't it, Lone Wolf?
Yep. But we're also a bunch of rednecks that live in the country too. So
that's funny.
you got to do what you got to do what you can do to survive, basically.
Yep. I ain't claiming to be no redneck or anything like that, but I know some tricks.
You got some tricks.
Yep.
So yeah.
Just like if a belt breaks, you can use a pantyhose for a temporary belt.
Oh yeah.
On a car.
I've heard about that.
Yep.
But like that's only to get you a couple miles down the road.
Yep.
Not for long-term driving.
Oh no, it ain't for long term. Just a couple miles. Then you have to do it again.
Do it again. Yeah.
Try not to laugh. I thought you were talking about the belt that you wear on jeans.
No. There's multiple hacks for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bungee cords. You can use those around your pants. to hold your pants up. I've done that before.
Right. Or what is it? Using a shoelace.
Yep.
Done that before.
Yep. Use a
Um,
shoelace.
mhm.
All
Just
kinds of
use a
ways to do that.
just use a whole roll of duct tape.
That's a whole row of duct tape. Holy cow.
Yeah, you wouldn't need a
But
whole roll.
it'll keep them up.
That's a lot of duct tape.
Yep. But yeah, there's all kinds of all kinds of tricks and stuff out there you can do.
Mhm. There are tricks like learning the quarter hack to measure your tires.
Yep.
Yeah, heard about that. Also you can use a penny too, but quarters are apparently just better in general.
Yep.
They're easier to see. But yeah, because one thing I learned from my wife's business is like tire treads get replaced when they get so small,
Mm-hmm.
especially on big trucks.
Yep, and they take their tires every day, twice a day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You gotta do all that stuff like vehicles. Do your walk around,
Yep.
like make sure there's nothing in the tires, nothing behind the tires. Knock on
Yep.
the vehicle to make sure there's no animals in the truck after being parked for a while.
Yep.
It's crazy.
If there's any animals around here, it's snakes.
That's good food.
Yep.
What is it? I don't know if one of us know this, but hillbillies are known for eating snakes. Lop off
Okay.
their head, skinning them, cooking them over a fire, eating them.
Yep.
Yep, that's nothing new.
I never had snake before to know if it's good or not. But I know there's certain snakes you can eat, certain snakes you can't. So,
Right.
so I don't know what it's like. Ooh. I mean, one day I'd like to try like gator. I'd like to try shark. I even told my wife I'd like to like where it's legal. I would like I would try a turtle like if it was cooked for me and everything.
Turtle meat is good.
Mhm. Turtle. I know it's a bit sticky.
But yeah, there's like 7 different kinds of meat inside of a turtle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and but we know in the case of everything, the wild wolf likes to go to McDonald's to hunt for its prey on the
Yep.
menu.
Well, you know that all too well.
Scour the new Big Arch Burger.
I heard
Try
that
that.
I heard that in Discord.
Was that me?
Somebody.
Um,
Yeah, I don't got Discord open, at least at the moment.
I ain't got. Well, I think mine's open, but it shouldn't say nothing.
anyways. So, Lono, have you tried the Big Arch Burger yet?
Nope, I am stuck on the McDoubles. I eat like 3 or 4 of those in one setting.
Mm.
Dang.
Well, I think you should try the Big Arch Burger when you can. It is good. Well, if you like that kind of stuff, if you like big burgers.
Anything
Yeah.
that fills me up, I'm a fan of.
Yeah,
I like the double quarter pounders.
well, you can get a double Big Arch Burger, but the Arch Burgers are just the McDonald's final answer to the Whopper.
Yep.
And if you like Whoppers, I'm sorry, there's no cure for the Whopper. Whopper still tastes better.
Exactly.
But McDonald's Big Arch Burger is comparable in size and flavor.
They've had big arch burgers before.
Well, it's gotten popular now.
Yep.
I mean, do you remember? Well, I wouldn't remember. I was too young for it. But when McDonald's tried doing there was a time McDonald's didn't have a chicken burger.
Mm-hmm.
There was a
McChicken.
time they didn't have a fish burger,
Yep.
and the chicken burger is not really important here. But there's a time they didn't have a fish patty burger, and so there's certain people who don't eat meat on Fridays,
Right.
and they were trying to reach out to that demographic. So the two McDonald's at the time tried a different thing. One shop sold fish burgers or fish sandwiches,
McFillets.
and the other McDonald's sold pineapple sandwiches,
Oh.
which is funny because that one day the one selling fish only sold one sandwich, and the bet was whoever sold the most sandwiches, whoever sold the most sandwiches, that sandwich gets on the menu.
Huh.
So there's a reason why there's no pineapple sandwich.
Yep.
Pineapple between two slices of bread, yummy.
Yeah.
Some people like pineapple on a pizza, but I don't think they like it on a sandwich. Unless it's the burger.
Right.
I mean, think about Hillbilly and his burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Can he really stop at one? No. Can he stop at two? No. I think the only thing that stops Hillbilly from shutting down McDonald's is his wallet.
Yep.
He's not quite the millionaire yet. What is it? I saw this thing thinking about McDonald's. There's 2 billionaires out there, and each of them have a gold members McDonald's card where they're granted free food for life.
Nice.
And someone in the comments says, think about this. The richest people in the world get free food while there's people struggling on the streets.
Yep.
One of those people being Bill Gates, who created pretty much the infrastructure system that started a whole generation and multiple generations of computer designs where I can have these games. We're on this computer or these computers,
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, and his computers run a lot of companies, so it makes sense they would have something ridiculous like that. But at the same time, other people are like, damn, rich people not having to spend their monies,
Must be nice.
right? I mean, Lone Wolf looks at the McDonald's menu and he's like $10 a broker.
Yep.
I spend more than that.
Well, it's kind of ridiculous because sometimes to eat out fast food nowadays is more expensive than it is to actually dine in at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Especially when you get like if you're like my wife and I, when we go to like say McDonald's, we get a big arch burger and sometimes we get a shake on the side with the drink value meal. And 2 of us, that's a lot of money.
So you go to McDonald's and shake.
You go to McDonald's and shake, yeah. And but if we wanted to sit down, we go to Texas Roadhouse, probably spend the same amount of money to get 2 actual good meals.
Yep.
Well, the thing is with fast food, and yes, I'm speaking on experience. If you use their coupons like they have them, you save a lot of money doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I normally go up there and I get about 3 to 4 sandwiches and only spend like $4.50, $5.
Right. Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, we don't go to McDonald's enough to abuse those coupon privileges.
You could do that anywhere. You just got to know where to look.
I mean, like we got a gift card. We got a gift card just laying around to go to Cheddar's. I don't know if you ever heard of Cheddar's before, but they're like Texas Roadhouse but for burgers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
We got one here.
you know, a fancy burger joint, and we hardly ever eat out. We've had this gift card for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's on the other side of town. We don't like driving to the. Well, wife doesn't like driving to the other side of town. I like when we go to the other side of town. It usually means we're going on a shopping spree or something fun.
My biggest issue is the nearest McDonald's for me is like 2 blocks from the house.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like a crippling issue.
It is, trust me.
That's funny.
Yeah, like I was telling my brother the other day, if they ever did, which I don't think they ever will, but if McDonald's came out with that $50 a month unlimited food plan, we need to start walking every day instead of driving.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be true.
I don't think it is, but you never know. Fingers crossed.
Right. Is Time Capsule supposed to come by here?
He doesn't have internet right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. So looking it up, the $54 a month unlimited meals plan is a rumor about a McDonald's testing it.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's real. I don't think it will ever come true, but there's that little part of me that has my fingers crossed that it does.
I hope McDonald's becomes cheaper. Yeah. Hey, Rayman.
Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Good evening. You're just chilling. You must have got off work.
I did.
Yeah.
Got off 5 minutes early, came home, threw some stuff in the microwave, and now I'm here.
Ooh, hey, thanks for stopping by. Just chilling and chatting on a Monday. Well, we also talked about a friend's GoFundMe. Like I was talking to them earlier because I sent them the short, and they're like, "Well, I'd watch it if I had internet." I'm like, "No." And this isn't the first time he hasn't had internet. It's just normally he doesn't ask for help through a GoFundMe. He's like, "I'll get past it. I'll go through it." But right now,
right,
struggling. So that's why we're doing this GoFundMe. Time Capsule's been a long time subscriber and member of the channel. Like he's in the credits, and like he's like a long time ago. He sent me when he was quitting Magic and selling his cards. But he sent me some of his cards, which one of them was a full art Ragrum Triumph, the Jeskai one.
Oh yeah,
and a couple other fancy flashy cards. And he sent me a handful of video games to play around with, which I found out most of them I can't play because of copyright. But he sent me them because I was playing more games on my channel, video games on my channel, which I'll eventually get back to. But and so he's talked about hurting his foot before, like his foot's still healing, but like his wife is having issues with a couple strokes, missing work because of the surgeries, so on and so forth. And coming from the source, because I'm very apt to ask people for help or money or anything. Like I don't want to be like, here, go here, support this GoFundMe, and find out that particular person's like lying. And coming from the source,
right,
it's a very trustworthy source from the person who sent it because it's his wife. Like it's his wife. Everything, the information you want to know is in the link. And so, like even today, I made a small donation where I could, and I've been trying to share his GoFundMe with everybody else. I made that short with the GoFundMe link in it because that's the best thing I could do. All he asked me was I missed it earlier today, but all he asked me was to mention it in the live today, and so I made the short, and I plan on adding it to live for the rest of the week to at least try to help spread awareness of it. Like I'm not the only person doing it. NGG Attitude posted a video or short about it too. And you've got a couple people trying to support a community like that. And it's rough on me. Yep. Yeah.
Well, hopefully somebody sees it and can help out.
Mm-hmm. But right now we're just chilling, chitting and chatting and being cool.
I posted a link to the short in the chat there, Ray Man.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But hanging out, just talking. Hillbilly was talking about Coca-Cola and using Coca-Cola as gas for vehicles, and Lone Wolf was talking about his diet, new diet, staying away from McDonald's. You know.
That's about as true as me saying I won the lottery today.
Really?
You won the lottery?
That's about as true as.
That's funny.
I'm
Think I'm gonna stay away from Think I'm gonna stay away from McDonald's. Shame on you.
That's funny. What was that, Rayman?
So I'm eating leftover jambalaya.
Nice. I like jambalaya.
My uncle, his
is it
ex-girlfriend, a
seafood
long time
jambalaya?
ago taught me how to make it.
The seafood jambalaya?
So I didn't have enough of any of the one meats to just make it. So this has shrimp, smoked sausage, and pepperoni in it.
Mm. So yeah, it's basically a miniature jambalaya soup.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the first time I had jambalaya. I was a kid. My friends gave my parents the leftover jambalaya because they were going on vacation. They didn't want to go bad in the fridge. And oh my Lord, I ate that up. But
My
yeah,
uncle dated this woman for, I don't know, a few months, and she made it one time, and I begged her to teach me how to make it.
nice.
Because I'm actually a fairly decent cook.
Right.
So she taught me, and I've just kind of made it over the years. I was, I don't know, probably 17 at the time.
Mm.
So it was a long time ago.
Like I'm like the okayest cook in the house. I'm not the best like my wife, but I'm the okayest because I'm like the only other person that cooks in the house, and I cook more than everybody else in the house. But like I never made jambalaya before, but I'm pretty sure I could find a recipe and follow it pretty well. But like I'm one of those let's scrap something together, kind of make a meal kind of person. Like I see we have hamburger. I see we have mac and cheese. Let's put 2 and 2 together. Let's add some hot sauce.
Nice.
No. You know, that brings me up to an interesting topic of thoughts. Things that we grew up with, my wife thinks is weird. My wife thinks, and maybe she's not the only one, but if you make mac and cheese and cut up hot dogs and put it in the mac and cheese, she thinks that's weird.
Okay.
That's all poor people food.
That's what I'm saying. And knowing her past, she was poor people, but her poor people food was making knufflies, which is like a boiled noodle, like a not like a boiled noodle, but it's like kind of like a biscuit that's cooked by boiling it, but a small biscuit. Potatoes and cream corn and whatnot, and like if you knew her budget, she went for the cheapest stuff because there's a whole story explaining why she went to like cheaper stuff, but like let's just say ramen noodles was kind of fancy for her taste. But like out of all the poor stuff, because I know she was like a poor person, she does not like hot dogs and macaroni and cheese. I'm like, what? I'm like, you know what's good with macaroni, cheese, and hot dogs like that? And she's like, well, she's like, nothing. I'm like, no, shredded green beans. I'm like, you put shredded green beans in that mac and cheese with cut hot dogs and get the shredded green beans. That is a casserole in a bowl.
Okay.
Have you never put shredded green beans in there?
No.
Nope.
All right. Because if you're gonna do all that, and you got the monies, put in some cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup in there. So good. Then if you want to top it off, you could just do all that in a baking dish and put the crispy onions on top that you can get from the store, whatever they're called, French onions.
Yeah, like French's fried onions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good, my friends. See, I just walked you through an evolution of my growing up. I walked you from mac and cheese to mac and cheese and hot dogs, mac and cheese, hot dogs, and shredded green beans. The later on, making a delicacy. What was that, Hillbilly?
What?
You just flashed yourself.
Thought you wanted to be flashed.
Easy now. Easy now. This is still YouTube.
That's right. But yeah. No. I mean, was there something you've eaten as a kid or something, and your significant other or someone's like, that's weird?
Hominy.
Oh, you like hominy?
I don't like it, but I was forced to eat it when I was growing up.
You don't like hominy? That's interesting. That is very of a southern thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's dried corn recooked.
Yep.
It is so good.
Ugh.
But he's like, ooh.
I mean,
hominy.
I like corn, but
Oh, it don't taste like no corn.
It doesn't have the corn taste very much, but it's like, on a piece of chicken when you're eating the chicken, and you get the like a leg of chicken or something, and you get the cartilage part where it's kind of chewy but kind of rough.
yeah, we call that the bad part of the chicken.
Right. Well, imagine a soft version of that and add some flavor to it. That's hominy.
Hominy ain't got much of a flavor. There's two different kinds of hominy. There's yellow and there's white.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't like neither one.
I think I'll pass. Yeah, I think
It's all right. Like hominy when it's made in certain meals. I'd never been that person who said I won't eat anything, right? Until I had liver. I will not eat liver with a 10-foot pole.
I like fried chicken livers.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like cow livers and stuff like that. I never had a chicken liver to have an opinion about it. If you ask me, cow liver tastes like exactly the function it does.
It wasn't cooked right then.
I've only ever had fried chicken livers, and I have to like tell myself, okay, I've eaten this before. I know this tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
I can eat it again. I'm not sure if I would try to eat some like another kind of liver or cooked any other way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But chicken livers, chicken gizzards, so good.
So good. So I haven't tried chicken livers. I had a friend who ate chicken livers. Like he'd go to the store, buy them in the container, and eat them for lunch. Like
Mhm.
I don't know if they were cooked or not.
I got mine cooked.
You like yours non-cooked?
Cooked.
Ah, cooked. Yeah, but that's crazy. Like is there a food Lone Wolf that you've tried that someone else thinks is weird, and you can't use the word hominy because Hillbilly already used it?
Well, it might freak everybody out, but I guess peanut butter syrup, chocolate syrup sandwiches.
Oh, that's not that crazy. That sounds
No.
awesome.
Peanut butter and honey together, mixed together, tastes pretty dang gone good.
Peanut
I
butter
bet.
syrup and chocolate.
The chocolate syrup, you know the syrup you put for
Oh.
chocolate milk?
Okay,
Oh, that sounds awesome.
so
Oh.
I've actually done that before. Didn't
Yep,
mind
Sounds like stoner food.
it. Right, it does. But I've
Yep.
done that before. But well, when you mentioned syrup, I was thinking like pancake syrup.
Me too. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. So there's two different ways to make it. There is the pancake syrup with the chocolate syrup. It's both of those combined into one.
Right.
Like originally, I got this whole idea from my grandpa before he passed away, and there's been multiple times at midnight, me and him would go through a whole loaf of bread in one setting, just doing peanut butter and syrup sandwiches.
Yep.
So one day I was out there because I lived with my grandparents for a while, and I was like, we had chocolate milk, and I was just sitting around. I was like, what if we did this? Because Reese's peanut butter cup, it's basically like chocolate and just peanut butter. So we're like, why not give it a try? We put a couple scoops of peanut butter in a bowl, put some syrup, and put some of that chocolate syrup from the chocolate milk, and we mixed it all together, and we put it on some bread, and we're like, yep, that's the Reese's peanut butter cup to me.
Yeah, I like mixing honey with my peanut butter. Making peanut butter and honey sandwiches.
Yeah, see, it's in the same vein as Lone Wolf. I've used peanut butter and Nutella on a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Cane Shaker?
Hey, Checo! Anyways, you were about to say, Raymond?
I don't remember. It wasn't that important. It sounds good though. I love peanut butter, so it's one of those things that I don't like. I let myself have just every now and then.
Right.
There was a there was a time when a buddy of mine, who I did my podcast with a decade ago now, he owned a restaurant, and it was awesome because we could invite people to come on our show,
Right.
and then we were like, hey, and before you come on the show, we'll feed you.
Right.
Like, you come to Better Burger, and we'll pay for your meal and the whole thing. But he had the Elvis dog on the menu.
Oh yeah, the peanut butter jelly dog with bananas.
It was a Nathan's hot dog with peanut butter and fried bananas, like fried on the griddle. Oh my God, that thing!
That sounds like
I've never done heroin, but I can imagine.
You say it was that good, huh?
It was that good.
Mm-hmm. Like what is it? Like I remember a long time ago, I tried a I can't tell my wife this, but I think my wife and everybody in my family makes the worst tuna casserole salad ever. All right. I'll get to a cane checker. And yes, I haven't mentioned it, but I'll talk to you about it. Anyways, so growing up, tuna casserole salad, whatever, had tuna, mayonnaise, peas, celery, another crunchy thing, and something to give it a flavor like ranch dressing. My family makes it with tuna, peas, noodles, and mayonnaise. I'm like,
Noodles.
don't ask me. I don't know. It's palatable, but it's definitely not on my top 10. Let's eat this thing.
Really?
Mm,
Leave out the noodles and I'm good.
right? The noodles get soggy and weird. It's different.
Throw some tuna, some tuna in there, some pickle relish and mayonnaise in your salad.
Right, relish would work good in there, or just pickles. Like I prefer like chopped up pickles and stuff like that. I like chopped up pickles more than I do relish.
I like relish.
Like relish is good on like hot dogs and things, but I'd rather have the tartness, the vinegarness of real pickles.
Yep.
Oh, it says don't worry, click the link. Yeah, we talked about it, but yeah, it's for our friend Time Capsule, his wife. Yeah. But yeah, like so this weekend can't really get into the whys yet. Like not live, I can't get to the whys. But the wife and I celebrated something this weekend, and we celebrated by getting pizza. Well, long story short, our oven broke. We had to fix it, which we already had. We had the same piece to repair it already. So what happened is she ordered not one but two pepperoni stuffed crust pizzas from Walmart, and we had cheese, and she ordered pepperoni, and Saturday and Sunday we had for dinner we had like triple, quadruple cheese pizza with crap ton of pepperonis on it. And it was so good. It was stuffed crust. Stuffed crust.
Cool.
So here's a hot take. I don't like stuffed crust pizza.
Don't worry, Ray. You're not alone on that.
You don't like stuffed crust?
I don't. So I and I should. And I should. And maybe it's just because I've not had the right one, but I have yet to find one that I actually would be like, okay, I want this instead of regular crust.
Huh, interesting. So I am very particular about crusts. Like I've had pizza with too rough of a crust, there's pizza that's too soft of a crust, and you just don't get enough right. Right? Like I'm the person who has to eat their crust at the end. There's been a couple times where I've eaten a pizza and I just could not eat that crust. I felt like I was wasting food by throwing away that last little bit of what should be gloriness at the end of the pizza. So I'm not a crust eat first. I'm to eat the pizza first and enjoy the crust after to see if it fills me. Yep. Stuffed crust, I'm not like a super big fan of, but I prefer it because it makes the crust easier to eat and more enjoyable compared to finding some possibly too thin of a pizza and the crust is like too hard to eat. So that's why I like stuffed crust.
I actually just prefer pizza that doesn't necessarily have a crust. That's just pizza all the way to the edge.
Oh, I love pan pizzas too. That's my favorite kind of pizza because you don't have to worry about the crust at the end. But
or if there's a crust, it's a very tiny, just little strip. That's how most pizzas in New York are.
Yeah. Well, you're a person who's very particular about your pizzas now.
I am. I am.
You know, because you not only have you had like the best pizza in the world, now you feel down every time you try a piece of pizza and you're like, oh, this is not that pizza.
Well, so it's been it's been over 15 years since I was in New York. So now I have resigned myself to the fact that I'll never have pizza that good again unless I go back. So I don't try to compare it. I just try and be like, okay, how good is this pizza compared to the other pizzas that I could get right now? Not how good is it compared to New York pizza, because it's not. So I just try and compare it to the pizza that I could get, if I went to a different pizza place.
Right.
And I will say that for the pre-con tournament, Legend Dave ordered pizza from a place like pretty far, 20 miles away, and had it DoorDash down. And that pizza was the closest I've had to New York style pizza, except for the crust, because the crust was mid. The crust was mid, but the pizza itself was solid.
Right. I've had pizza like that too. Now I can't say I've had New Yorker pizza, but I've had pizza that was solid all the way to the crust. And that sometimes that crust thing like ruins the experience. Like, oh, I just enjoyed this. And I can't really eat this crust and enjoy it. And I bet there's a lot of people out there who are similar to us in our thoughts. Anyways, I need to go on break. Go on a break, refill my coffee, go to the pot bathroom and stuff, get back. So we're going to go to a break so you guys can do the same thing. So I'll see you guys hopefully in like 7 minutes.
Woo.
Woo-woo. Let me find the break pause scene. All right.
You're muted, buddy. There we go.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it took me a little bit longer to get back because it got cool enough outside. I could open up the windows.
Nice.
So yeah, it was nice. So that's what I was doing. And the son came home from going out on a date with a girlfriend and talked to him for a second. But yeah, so how are you guys doing? How was the break?
Doing all right.
Yeah.
I finished eating.
Understating? Or finished eating?
Finished eating.
Yeah, nice.
And now I'm petting the cat. Although he's not happy about it, but that's okay.
Yeah, I opened up all the windows and all the cats decided to migrate towards the windows. Like most of our cats are too afraid to go outside, but they love going to the windows and getting the outside smells. Except one cat. Well, we have one cat that will, if it gets the chance, it will go outside. It won't run away. It'll just walk outside casually, like it's meant to be. Mm-hmm. But we don't let our cats outside. They're inside cats. The one cat that thinks it can go outside whenever it wants to was adopted as a stray. There was a stray that was caught by a what do you call it? Animal rescue,
Animal control.
Animal control. Yeah, and made sure it was up to health and everything. Because the story, because I wasn't there when we got the cat, but the story with the cat was my son and his mom. This is before I was in the picture. They wanted to adopt a cat. And the child found the most sickly looking cat ever in the cat shelter, and wanted that particular cat. And the mom was like, "Are you sure you want another cat? This one looks healthier. Looks like it'll live longer." And he's like, "I want this particular cat." All because this particular cat, our cat Lily, went up to him and gave him affections while the other cats just kind of looked at him.
There you go. That's how you know.
And well, lo and behold, over 10 years later, the cat is still doing good and pretty fat. Well, it's healthy, but you got a little spare tires going on.
That was the cat distribution system working its best magic.
Right. We have some fun cats. We have a neurotic cat. My particular cat, Onyx, was adopted during the derecho, when we had the derecho. And boy, whenever a storm comes by, he's the first one to hide. It's funny.
My cat is also not a fan of storms, but he absolutely hates it when the power's out.
Oh no. Our
It's
cat's
so quiet. He has a like separation anxiety,
right?
and he doesn't like being alone in the quiet.
Hmm.
So when the power goes out and it's just quiet, him is not a fan. Are you, buddy?
Our cats can manage the quiet. Our cats can manage the quiet, but our one cat, Onyx, like it gets a little rolling. You get the rolling little thunders outside or anything, he gets neurotic to the bone.
Yeah, we're supposed to have some of that Wednesday, I think.
No doubt. Yeah.
I know the weather's giving it, but I've looked at the models and I'm just not seeing it. So I don't know what they're seeing that I'm not. But
I wonder if they're worried about pop-up storms.
Yeah, that's probably it. But the Storm Prediction Center has us in the first step of like there's a 5% chance there could be severe thunderstorms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm looking on models and I can't even see regular thunderstorms, let alone severe ones.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, my wife has become somewhat of a self-proclaimed expert of weather, watching Ryan Hall and learning all the tips and tricks and stuff. And she watches out for all those storms like crazy. One, it's part of her job, caring about the safety of drivers on the road and where they're going. Two, when she looks for help, she has to look for the best direction to find help for the people on the side of the road.
Right.
That's one of the things she does.
I started getting into it when a tornado hit near my house and did a bunch of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And like no one, they were giving like rain on the local weather. So I go, well, I guess I'm going to learn how to at least read these weather maps and stuff.
Right.
Because I'm not going to get caught off guard like that, but like that again.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, that's kind of what happened with us when we got hit by the derecho. We didn't have like they basically, like, our weather report people treated strong winds and stuff, but they treated like the derecho as if it was a myth. Then we got hit. I mean, I did a couple stupid things during the whole thing because I didn't realize we were in the kind of storm we were in. I never been. So first time for everything because I did some stupid things. Let's see. Mrs. Fiddlesticks, hello. Because at this time we lived in these apartments that had sliding glass doors, and we got this really heavy storm coming in and some strong wind. And my brain was more curious than anything else. And it's probably a fault of mine at this time. A fault of mine being too curious. I was watching the rain going sideways and everything. Then the window started shaking. And this is the first time I've been in a major storm in Iowa. And I've never been in a major storm like this before. And the window started shaking, and then the wind started opening the door. So I stood there holding the door shut, which is probably one of the stupidest things you can do during a tornado kind of thing. Then after a bit of holding it shut, I locked the door, which is fine. By staring at the door. And then after a while, I went and sat down on the couch, which was like not even 10 full feet away from the storm. Then I noticed this white wall passed by the window, which a tornado hit our apartment. And I didn't realize this was a tornado at the time because I'd never seen it before.
Right.
And then it just waltzed through like a straight line going horizontal, waltzed through our apartment complex and tore everything up, which none of us really saw until the wind and everything stopped. Then I noticed there was water leaking, so I went and grabbed towels from the bathroom and threw them on the floor where the water was coming in. And was make sure that was taken care of because I didn't know what to do. Never happened before, and I sat there in front of a window during an on-land hurricane and tornadoes, just getting a full view of the storm. Luckily, as you can manage to believe, I'm safe. I was safe. Luckily, our apartment was the only apartment that was not, like, in the building. My particular apartment was not damaged out of others in the building. I had roof damage and stuff. After the storm was done, we went outside, checked out. There was siding and everything off, everything. This is the first time I've seen damage like this from weather. People checking it out. Apparently everything I did in that particular moment might have been stupid, but when we moved out of the apartment, we got our our deposit back.
Nice.
Yeah. So as stupid I was for doing it, because I should have gone to the bathroom, locked myself in the bathroom until it was over. I didn't know that. Then I didn't realize it was a tornado. Didn't hear anything about it. But yeah, it was awesome.
The one we had, it ripped the roof off of the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they were still just in the small side.
Right.
And it went straight over the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And when it touched down, it had so much force that it ripped the railroad tracks up out of the road. Because there's like when I go to Walmart, I go up the valley that I live in, and at the edge of the valley, there's a railroad crossing, and those ties got literally ripped out of the ground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And in the direction we were in, the damage was much worse than I'm saying it was. Like, we were without power for a week and a half. We were like, this was a rough time because we were without power for a week and a half. Our hot water was down, but we didn't realize the water was working for a while, like for a bit. We had emergency services coming down. Like we had to go out to certain places. Luckily, our car still worked, so bonus.
Nice.
We were able to get like food from help and stuff during the whole process. Our phones were working. We charged our phone in the cars. We barely used our phones, so we know they wouldn't drain so much. But we charged the phones in the cars. It was hot during the summer, and during the recovery phase, the big C hit. The COVID hit not too long after. So the wife had to go to work. She worked for a child care facility, not a child care facility, like a school, a preschool. She worked at a preschool, and they had to manage these kids during this time in a building that had very little power. Their AC got destroyed, like it wasn't working, and in the 110-degree heat with all this humidity, had to wear masks. It was rough. It was rough for the wife. Like she come home and she had like marks on her face from the mask, and it wasn't like tight marks. It was like when the mask's too tight. It was like the sweat gathered up, made it all
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been through 2 tornadoes. One, I was living up in Dayton, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And that tornado came by the house, but the only thing it did was tore a shingle off.
Right.
And that's all, and lost power. That's all that caused. But then another tornado been through. I was living in a small town called Providence, Kentucky.
Right.
And half of that town got wiped away.
Mm-hmm.
The tornado came from Branson, Missouri, all the way up to Providence, Kentucky, and wiped half that whole town away.
Right. Like,
That's wild.
Like when I talk about the derecho and everything, like I swear, my apartment that we were living in was the safest thing in our apartment building. Like it was indescribably our corner apartment. We were lucky. Because like we had knocked down trees, houses destroyed. We heard crazy stories about like a couple people in 2 separate instances were riding their bikes when it happened and they got swept away, and that how that would end. And oh my lord, it's crazy. Because like that's the first time I lived in Iowa and heard the sirens go off, not for a test.
Right, they were the real ones.
Right. Well, because like for years, every Wednesday in the morning, they go off. During the live show, you don't hear them. I don't hear them. here, like when we're live. Every Wednesday live in the morning, they do a test, and like you get this thing on. This is a test. You're trying to hear them, and it's like very audible. Like this is our test. We're going to throw off the alarms, and they go off, and they do it for like a few minutes.
Ours go off here every day at noon.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're in the valley. But yeah, it was just a crazy moment. Like I said, everything I did that day, a normal person would think was stupid. And I think it was stupid what I did, but I did not know what I was doing. I did not know what I was in. But like I said, with like keeping up with the damages that could have happened, I saved our apartment accidentally, thinking we were just in a bad storm.
Yep.
Not realizing we were in something worse. Because like what was funny is because the wife called me afterwards, and she's like, "Are you guys okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Why? We just had a storm." And she's like, "That was more than a storm. That was a derecho." I'm like, "What's a derecho?" Yeah. Then later on, I forgot about the derecho name. I was looking on Facebook, and the way it was spelled, I'm like, "What's a Derico? Why are they calling it? Why do they name it after me?" Like, that's crazy. Yeah. So one of those moments where we were lucky. It's like I don't know why. And it's just a thought process. I don't know why people will live in Tornado Valley when they know the chances are higher to get hit by a tornado. Like where we live, it hardly ever gets hit by a tornado. And knock on wood, because our state does. Right? I just don't like when certain people live in certain areas. Like, is it because they can't just uproot themselves or something?
Pretty much.
Because like that's. I mean, I know I can understand some people are a glutton for punishment, but I don't want to be.
And it moves. Like Tornado
moves.
Alley is shifting more towards being hillbilly and away from the Midwest.
Yep.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, the stream is moving. It moves, and if I understand it correctly, it dissipates the more it moves. But I could be wrong. I'm no expert on weather.
So what they call Tornado Alley is just like this, this giant strip of the Midwest where the conditions just so happen to be very conducive to tornadoes, right? Well, in the last 15 years, it's shifted like 100 miles east.
Oh, the whole thing shifted. The weather.
Yeah. The whole thing is shifting. Like if you were 100 miles further west, you used to be on the edge of it, and now you're really out of it, right? Like you're no longer in. You used to live in Tornado Alley, but now it's moving east, and that's because the jet stream is pushing so much cold air down from Canada, like basically down through Michigan, Illinois and Ohio, and over on the edge of Iowa.
Right.
And then you have all the warm air just shooting straight up from the Gulf. And where that hits is just causing just massive amounts of weather. And that used to be much further west, and now it's coming really far east, like the very edge of Kentucky. The very western edge is
Paducah.
Yeah, like Paducah, correct. Is right there in it now.
Ooh, that's not good. See, I knew every year the pattern shifted and changed, but I didn't realize it was like doing a permanent change.
Yeah, it's doing permanent changes.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Before I'll be living in Tornado Alley.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
They're having winter weather in May out west.
Yeah, in Denver, it's going to be snowing. It's patootie off in the next few days. but they need it. They need it bad.
Yeah, even Utah needs more snow. They've been lacking on snow, especially in the northern parts of Utah.
Like Utah, where so we went to Lake Powell 3 times
Mhm.
over about 10 years,
Mhm.
and the places that we used to go, because we would kind of like try to go to the same rough location every year.
Right.
Those places haven't been accessible for a decade
Right.
because the water levels dropped so low.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's ridiculous.
Yep,
That's
it's from
ridiculous.
just lack of rain and stuff. Not getting
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah, cause they're like the ski resort. The ski resorts closed earlier than expected this year. A couple of them stayed open, but they weren't getting business like through skiing. They actually like one of the ski resorts. I don't know which one exactly. I can't remember. My mom was telling me that they did a hiking thing where you can go experience a hiking because they didn't get good enough snow.
Wow.
Like that's how bad some places got. Like for southern Utah, I can't really talk about because that's where it gets more desert.
Yeah, I think that's where Lake Powell is.
Mm.
Because it's right. It's not. I don't think it's that far from the border with Colorado.
But yeah, they're getting some
Oh no, so I
winter
guess
weather.
it's to the. I guess it's to the west. Interesting.
Where-
Oof.
Okay. Southern Utah and northern Arizona within the Glen Canyon National Recreational Area. Okay. That's where it was. It's near Arizona.
Okay.
I've never been to Lake Powell to know where exactly it is that I know of. If I have, I was too young to remember.
It was awesome. It was super fun to go because my aunt and uncle had a boat. They had like a really nice boat they kept on it, and then we would rent a houseboat
Right.
for 4 or 5 days and just go out on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time we went was either 2003 or 2004. I think it was 3, but it might have been 4.
Right. That's crazy.
Because I feel like when we went, I had just graduated and I was letting my hair grow out for the first time.
Mm,
I'd keep my hair short all through school because I was in ROTC.
makes sense. My stepbrother was an RTC. But sometimes you just got to rebel and grow the long hair.
Yep.
And it got pretty long. Like I let it grow out multiple times and then donated it to places that made wigs because I let it grow out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I never had my hair super long. I get too impatient. I got too impatient growing up. Like I would like the longest my hair has been was like my shoulders. I just got too impatient with it. I'd shave it. I do like when I was young, I had my hair at different lengths throughout the year, so maybe you'd have a hard time recognizing me because my face changed throughout the weeks because like I wouldn't keep just one style. Like one
Longest, my hair's been down past my shoulders. Well, you seen how long my hair has been.
right. Yeah, I remember how long it was before you shaved it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Everybody shaved his hair for reaching 1,000 subscribers.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm. And
Damn, son.
What?
the cat.
Oh, yeah. He clawed me right in the back. Hey, what you want, buddy?
It's like I'm down here, not on the screen.
Ow.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't have a very big room, so like my chair is at the sits at the foot of my bed basically. so he can get on the foot of my bed and just reach up and just claw me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want, buddy?
Cats, they're funny.
Yep.
And yeah, at least you still don't have to take him outside.
Ain't that the damn truth?
That's like I know we gotta scoop their poop, but as long as it's dead of winter and I don't have to go outside, I'm good. All right, but anyways, yeah. Man, still got little things to do before we move. I gotta vacuum this cat room and stuff, and because when we move to a new place, we're not gonna have a cat room. The cat's gonna have a laundry room, like well, it's not a laundry room. It's where the laundry stuff is, and like because my recording place will be in the same bedroom confinement as the wife, and so I'll be at one in the room, she'll be at the other. And the cat's things will be on hard floor, like wood floor or linoleum, whatever it's really made out of. It looks like wood, and it'll be easier to take care of. Where here, I gotta vacuum all this stuff. Whew, all fun stuff. So I think I don't know what the plan is this week. So like we're moving Saturday, so Friday I think Friday, like we're moving stuff Saturday, doing a full move Sunday. So I think all the way up to Friday we should be able to still get our games in, our regular games in, if you guys are interested in those. Yeah. Friday might be the loosest term because that might be the time I need to break down everything. Yeah.
We've got F&M on Friday, and then we are doing the second honky tonk on Saturday.
Honky tonk. Hillbilly got the Orzhov pre-con or the Civico pre-con.
Sure did.
Did you get sleeves for that deck?
Huh?
Did you get sleeves for that deck?
Yep. It's already sleeved up and ready to go.
It's ready to go.
I will say that deck's going to be difficult to play on stream just because you're equipping so many of your opponent's creatures with stuff. It's going to be hard to track who has what.
We'll just have to use a piece of paper and write the names down.
Yeah.
Piece of paper, write the names down. Go crazy. Go nuts for donuts. That's right. Oh, I can feel the temperature change in the house. Nice. It's getting chillier. Which is pretty crazy.
But it is a fun deck, Hillbilly.
Oh, it looks fun.
It's very tactical though, because if you go the wrong thing, it can screw up multiple turns worth of plans.
Oh no. Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Yep, it's already sleeved.
Yeah.
Just waiting to play.
Nice.
Waiting to play. That was weird. I had a little tapping sensation on my hat. Like, what was that?
Got that in a new deck box.
Sweet.
You got a new deck box where it's two deck boxes in one.
Yep.
Which I have one like that. It has my 2 dinosaur decks out of the 3 dinosaur decks I have.
I got 3 of those boxes now.
Yeah,
I got it.
You must really like those dual boxes.
No, I just like Commander.
Well, you could have bought a single Commander deck box.
Why do that when you have multiple decks?
See, you must like
That need to be put in a box.
Was it just cheaper to buy the 2-deck box and was to get 2 separate deck boxes?
Yeah.
Makes sense. I don't know. Well, I figured you like them since you keep buying them. I mean, you're not like me where I get to go out to the LGS every once in a while with a deck or two, and I can pick which decks to bring along. Where I don't have to bring multiple decks, 2 decks at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. You know, where Lone Wolf's deck boxes are gold diamond crusted deck boxes they paid millions of dollars for.
I wish.
I got a $20 toolbox from Menards.
Menards. I know Menards. We have one down the street or down the road.
We do not. I had my dad buy this one and mail it to me.
Are you talking about the one the professor did a review on a long time ago?
I
think
mean,
you showed on screen.
it's probably a similar one, yeah. Because there's like a bunch of different ones. I think the one that a lot of people have is like an actual like Stanley one. It's like the name brand Stanley.
Right.
Mine is just Menards brand.
He made Marvel, didn't he?
He didn't say Stan Lee. He said Stan Lee, like a whole name, one first name.
Yep. All right, this holds 1 deck.
That holds 1 deck. That long thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
It's only made for 1 deck.
I have 3 of those things like Hillbilly has on the left side, the kind of like teal green one.
This one?
Yeah, I have 3 of those from when I was like only had a few decks.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, okay, I've got to have something bigger than this.
And I got a deck in each one of these.
Nice.
There's 2 decks in this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a deck there. I got to put that cover back on this.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 decks here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one I just bought. Got 2 decks in here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like it's kind of like the red black one I got where it's attached to the side. See, I won't buy Game Genic, at least right as I know of. I won't buy Game Genic because I don't like how the flaps come all the way off the box.
Then I got a deck here.
Ooh, that's a good deck box.
Got that for Tom.
Ooh, Tom has good taste.
We love Tom.
Yeah, I got another deck box somewhere with another deck in it. What did I do with that deck box?
I don't know.
There it is. Oh, this is the only one I got that doesn't have a deck in it.
Oh, you got a boulder. I'm not a fan of the boulders. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the boulders.
But yeah, that's more Commander decks than I'd ever thought I'd have.
Which one's the timey-wimey one?
Oh, it's wherever. It's wherever.
When I started playing, I built Norn, and then maybe 3. I thought I played for like 3 months, and then I built Morph, and for a while I just had those 2, and then I don't know. I went stupid, I guess.
We went crazy.
Now I have 12.
I did have another deck in this green box, so I tore apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Was that what your dog meat deck?
No, actually, it was the CODIS.
Coders. So I don't know why you still tore that deck apart. I sent you cards and everything for that.
Yeah, and I'm using those cards too in another deck.
Yeah, because CODIS was such a strong commander. I think It would have been one of your higher bracketed decks when we played higher brackets. Like, oh, I can play. I got this higher bracket deck. And Mothman's getting pretty good there, but
Yep.
Codus. Unless he mailed Codus to Lone Wolf, because Lone Wolf wants to build a Codus deck.
No, I have a CODIS, and no, I'm not building it.
I also got my CODIS. I did pull Lone Wolf's tokens though.
Well, like I don't see Lone Wolf building Codus because Codus doesn't build tokens.
Yep.
It
I
could.
can make that. You know what? I can make that happen.
Yeah, don't put it past Lone Wolf.
All you have to do is play against somebody who's playing tokens, and suddenly CODIS is a tokens deck.
Yep.
That's right. That's funny.
And if you play against a Voltron player, suddenly CODIS is Turbo Voltron.
So far, I got that many tokens for Lone Wolf.
What are all those tokens?
So I sent them some of the ones that you got me, and some vampires, jump tokens, clue tokens, map tokens, Sue tokens, treasure tokens.
You found map tokens?
Yeah, I got some map tokens.
Those are kind of hard to find. I have like one or two somewhere, but I don't know. I don't know what I did with all my tokens because I know they're kind of obscure.
Huh, I didn't know that.
You get a bunch of them in like the pirate precon from LCI.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, because they're only from the one set. Unless they actually make another map token, like they could bring him back in Lord of the Rings, possibly.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they will. I don't know if Lord of the Rings does maps. Do they have maps? Well, they did. They showed in the strategy sessions. They showed maps. There's a map of the Mordor and stuff, so they could.
I also got some clues, blood tokens in here.
Mm-hmm. Blood tokens. What a weird strategy.
Yep. Works with the vampires.
I'm a fan. There's a land that says pay 5 and tap it to make a blood token, but it costs 1 less for each vampire you have. In Markov, that land basically just reads tap, make a blood token.
Yep.
Yeah, but with all these parasitic token generated a bit mechanics, it gets weird. Like I know mutagen is flavorful for turtles, but it's still just like one extra token to worry about. One parasitic strategy to worry about.
I'm surprised you don't make your own mutagen tokens.
Right now I don't need to. After opening 3 boxes, I'm pretty sure I got plenty.
Yeah. No, I got plenty myself.
Like I thought about it, but I'm like, well, at this point, it'd just be making them for fun than actually needing them.
That's the one token I need.
Mutagen?
Yep, I completely forgot about that with that turtle. Well, it's not a turtle deck anymore, but
Jeez, I wish you would have said something before I sent the box, because I could have sprinkled them in there.
Yep.
oh, it's no worries.
Because
I was like with the map. I was thinking, me and Hillbilly were talking about that yesterday, and I was like, oh, I need to ask him about map tokens because I don't make a lot, but I make some, and I don't own any map tokens because I never got any of that set.
right. And plus, if I did anything with the mutagen tokens, I'd pretty much keep the same kind of art and just put TCGRI on it or something like that. Like the mutagen tokens are pretty flavorful.
Yeah.
Son?
Talking to the cat.
Yep.
Like, who you calling son?
He wants food. It's almost 10 o'clock. So he wants food, but
How
he does
long?
not get food until 10 o'clock. 15 minutes, and it's just you think the poor guy has never eaten a single meal in his entire existence, instead of the reality, which is he's eaten twice today.
That's what our cat Lily does. Half an hour to an hour before it's lunchtime, the cat's on our bed, begging us for food, giving me the eyes, reaching out the paw, tapping, and like,
Mhm.
hey, don't forget about me. Hey, look, if you were thinking about feeding me now, I'm ready. Even though the clock says you still got some time. And what's even worse is when daylight saving switches. Like,
Oh my god, it's the worst.
right,
I hate it so much for just so many reasons, and not the least of them is that my cat just does not understand.
right. Mm, that's very true.
I got 22. I got 22 mutagen tokens.
Ooh, 22.
Yep.
That is crazy. I don't know how much.
I'll send you 5 of them, Lone Wolf.
I appreciate it.
Look, Lone Wolf could use dice on his tokens, but really, his dream is to spam the table full of tokens.
Yep.
It's going to happen one of these times. It actually kind of has.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong. In a perfect world, all my decks would have tokens that equal matching them, which I plan on doing. But eventually, it's going through my decks and seeing what tokens I need and seeing if I have them.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to get the tokens for the decks I need. I'm getting I have them.
Right.
I have this stack literally sitting in front of me that's probably 700 tokens.
Right.
So I probably have it if it's a token that I need and that it exists.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But then I just got to remember to go home and get it. I'll be sitting there playing the game and I'll be like, damn, I need a servo token.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go home and forget.
Yeah. Servo. Servos, man. Oh, because when I first made my tokens.
I didn't get to tell you guys about the insanity that happened on Friday Night Magic. Because I haven't talked to you guys. We talked this morning, but it was and we got to talk about tokens. So Friday night, we have a good crowd, another almost record-breaking crowd. And part of that crowd was an entirely new player. She literally just had a pre-con. That's all she had. So she ends up in a pod with us, and I'm thinking, okay, this is like their first F&M. They're playing a pre-con. They're playing the new Quandrix pre-con, the Zamone one from Strixhaven.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, I want to let this person have a good first game, with can kind of see like a lot of what's going on. So I decided to play Omnath because Omnath doesn't do anything quickly. It just kind of sits there and dirtles, and I gain life, and I don't really do a whole lot. And then I can let my opponents do stuff, right?
Right.
So we sit down, and the guy we get in the pod with, I like. Josh is a very, very nice guy. But his decks are very strong. And I'm like, oh, Josh, what kind of insanity are you going to put on the table? And he goes, oh, I'm not playing anything crazy. I'm just going to play Arabella. And immediately I should have been like, oh, God, this is going to go so badly. Mm-hmm. But I was like, well, now, Josh, listen, our other pod mate here, this is her first game. And he goes, yeah, this will be a great game. This will be fine. I'm like, okay, all right, Josh, I trust you. That was a mistake. So on the first turn, he goes, land, Soul Ring, Signet, pass.
Oh,
okay. All right. That's how this is going to be. Okay. And by the third turn, he was swinging with a flying Arabella at me and we were just like losing 4 life a turn.
Jeez.
So, because so those who don't know, Arabella is a 1/1 that says whenever she attacks, each opponent takes X damage, where X is the number of creatures you have with, I think, power 1 or less, but it might be 2. And then they gain that much life. So
What?
if he has, so if he has 4 1/1s, me and the other pod person take 4 each, and then he gains 8.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
And that's how it was. The first time he swung it was 4, and then it was 7. And I was just like, oh, okay, I've got to find some way to get this stupid Arabella off this table, because I can gain life to make my game last longer. But that precon is not going to be able to handle this. It's just going to die.
Yep.
No, die.
From damage that he's not even swinging at her, and
Right.
she's going to die.
Right. Makes sense.
So over the next few turns, I just draw over half my deck. I'm not playing the deck to win. I'm playing the deck to draw, to try and find removal.
Right.
I just want to kill the Arabella or wipe the board, something to make this game last longer so this person can have a fun game. I can't draw my removal. I don't hit a board wipe. I don't hit spot removal. I've drawn half my deck. I've thrown all but 7 cards in my stupid graveyard, and I cannot hit removal.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Wow.
It's happened to me a couple times recently.
Yeah. So she gets down to 1 health. I'm at 11, and I draw my last card, and not my last card, but like I draw the last card that I was going to draw that turn, and I look at it. I'm like, I am so sorry that this happened to you. Like, because she did nothing. I think she played 2 creatures the entire game.
Dang.
Jeez.
I mean, she fetched 1 turn. She played an artifact. She played a couple. I mean, but the game, like on the 6th turn, we were both facing, if he gets to swing 1 more time, we're dead.
Right.
Basically, is the situation that it was in. So I pass. She plays a land, plays a creature, and passes. He goes to swing. I gain enough life that I go to 2. She dies. And then I go, well, I guess I'm dead on my turn if I don't figure out what the heck I'm going to do. And I have been thinking about taking, is it Rampaging Baloths? It's the one that whenever you play a land, you get a 4/4.
Yeah.
I have considered taking that out of my deck. I don't know how many times,
Multiple.
because I never use it. But for some reason, I left it in the deck. I didn't take it out. And on my turn, I put into play with haste 56 2020s.
Oh.
How did you get 56?
So I had multiple trigger doublers in play. So whenever a land enter, my stuff would double trigger.
Nice.
Or in this case, it would triple trigger.
Right.
Wow.
And then I scape shifted for 9.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
And one of the lands that I got was Field of the Dead.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Does deck have red in it?
Yeah, it's Omnath, so it's everything but black.
So are you running it? No, you probably wouldn't run Valakut. Yeah, never mind.
Now I do have Valakut in the deck, but I had already thrown it. Like it had been pitched several turns previous.
Right.
And I'm like, well, now they don't have trample, they don't fly. But I'm like, well, Josh, you have like 13 blockers, and here's 50. It was 50 2020s, and well, half of them were 2020s and half of them were 1818s because they were 2/2s instead of 4/4s.
Right.
He's sitting there doing the math, and he's like, well, I can block 13. How many did you say they were? And I'm like, well, half of them are 2020s and half of them are 1818s. And he goes, yeah, I'm dead. I walked over to her after the game, and because she had got up and went over, was talking to her girlfriend, and I walk over to her, and I'm like, I'm so sorry that was how your first FNM game happened. If it makes you feel any better, I hit him really hard on the next turn.
That's funny. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah,
And like Rampaging Bellas did it.
it did. And I'm like, well, I guess you've earned yourself a reprieve for a few games, Rampaging Velos, because I don't even remember what I did to give them all haste. Because that was part of it. Because I gave them haste with something, and I don't remember what it was.
There is a card. Was it Exploration or was it Teamer Ascendancy? Was it Fervor?
I know it wasn't Teamer Ascendancy because I don't have one of those, even though I have it in a deck list. I really need one. You see, I'm going to look and see. I think I have most of my deck list here. I don't know what I would have gave them haste with. Trying to. I legit don't know. I don't remember what it was. That doesn't do it. That doesn't do it.
Do you have a creature that gives creatures haste, like the Cyclops?
Oh, that's how I got it so big. So I made 4 4s and 2 2s, and then I cast Finale of Devastation for 16.
Oh, okay.
So they all got. It was actually 16 into X, so it was 18 mana total. Because when I put those 9 lands in play, I was getting 3 mana per one off of a Lotus Cobra that was triple triggering.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But I needed the mana for other stuff, so I can only do 18. But that's how I was like, what did I do to give them all haste? It was like, oh yeah, Finale. That's what it was.
Finale. Nuts. That's crazy. It sounds like you had an insane game there.
It was. The game. If anyone else had been sitting in that third seat, it would have been one of my favorite games I've played because it was so interesting. For an experienced player to try and figure out that puzzle of how to end the game and not lose, right?
Right.
But with the new players sitting there in their first F&M game with a pre-con, it was I felt very bad for that person.
Right.
Had I known what Josh was playing, I might have actually changed her pods and swapped her out with somebody else just for the sake of them having a good time. Because I'm not above doing that. If you're a new player and in the software puts you in a pod that I think that you're just going to have an absolute brutal time in, I will pull you out of there in a heartbeat. Because I want people to have a good time when they come. And some people just play decks that are not new player friendly. That's not a bad, it's not, I'm not saying their decks are bad or that their decks are misbracketed because we take that very seriously at the lounge. But some decks just aren't fun for new people to play against. It's a lot of stuff to try and understand, and they're not super interactive. So you're just not having a good game. And I want people to have fun for their F&M game.
Right.
So that one was a little bit on me for not realizing I should have thrown her in a different pod and put somebody else with us, but it was an interesting game where I go, well, Josh, I'm dead if I can't do something.
That's crazy.
I go, Rampaging Baylofts with Escape Shift and a Finale of Devastation. Not bad.
Not bad. That was a really good game.
Yep.
Anyway, it is time to wrap this up. It is 9:00. Woo.
Woo.
Woo. It's time to feed the cat in 2 minutes, everybody. I want to thank you guys for
It
hanging out
is.
with us. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us and chilling out with us. Don't forget to check out the GoFundMe link for our friend. Ooh, it's in the description or in chat. Yeah, with that, my friends, for those of you who follow the morning show, hit that like button for the video. See you tomorrow morning. I want to thank you, everybody. I want to remind you that you love someone think about you. If you can, say or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change or motivation they need to get up and move. But with that, let's get out of here. Woo-hoo. Woo woo! My brain is looking for the exit button. There we go.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning.